The soft hum of fluorescent lights fills the quiet computer lab as Maya Chen sits alone, her fingers dancing across the keyboard with rhythmic precision. It's well past midnight at Roosevelt High School, but Maya has special permission to work late on her senior project. The gentle clicking of keys creates a soothing pattern as she codes, completely absorbed in her work. Maya adjusts her glasses and takes a slow, deep breath. Her project isn't just any ordinary program. She's developing something revolutionary, something that maps human memory in ways no one has ever imagined. As she types, she whispers softly to herself, reviewing each line of code with careful attention. Memory pathway Alpha 77, she murmurs, her voice barely above a whisper. Neural connection established. The screen glows softly in the darkened room, casting gentle shadows across her concentrated face. What Maya doesn't realize is that her unique mind works differently from others. When she remembers something, she doesn't just recall it. She sees it, walks through it, experiences as if she's navigating through actual physical spaces. Her memories exist as detailed maps in her mind, complete with rooms, corridors, and hidden passages. The computer lab door creaks open and Alex Rivera peeks inside. His curly hair is slightly messy from the late hour, and he's carrying 2 cups of coffee from the 24-hour convenience store down the street. Still at it? Alex asks softly, setting 1 cup beside Maya's keyboard. The warm aroma of coffee fills the air, mixing with the faint scent of electronics and the building's nighttime quiet. Maya looks up from her screen, blinking slowly as she adjusts to seeing something other than code. I'm so close to a breakthrough, Alex. This memory mapping algorithm. It's unlike anything that's been done before. Alex pulls up a chair beside her, moving carefully to avoid making noise in the peaceful late-night atmosphere. Show me what you've got. Amaya's screen displays what looks like a 3-dimensional blueprint, but instead of showing a building, it shows the intricate pathways of human memory. Soft lines connect different nodes, pulsing gently like a slow heartbeat. Imagine your mind as a vast library. Maya explains, her voice taking on the calm, methodical tone she uses when she's excited about her work. But instead of books on shelves, your memories are stored in rooms. Each room connects to others through hallways, and the more important a memory is, the brighter it glows. As she speaks, the visualization on screen shifts and changes, showing different pathways lighting up in soft blues and purples. The effect is mesmerizing, almost hypnotic in its gentle rhythm. Maya, this is incredible, Alex whispers, genuinely amazed. How did you figure this out? Maya hesitates for a moment, then decides to share her secret. Because that's how I see my own memories, Alex. When I remember something, I don't just think about it, I walk through it. I can navigate my memories like they're real places. To demonstrate, Maya closes her eyes and leans back in her chair. I'm thinking about my 7th birthday now. I'm walking through the front door of my old house. The living room is to my left, decorated with purple streamers. I can see the kitchen straight ahead, smell my mom's cooking. If I turn right, there's the staircase with the family photos along the wall. Alex watches in fascination as Maya describes her memory with perfect detail, as if she's actually walking through that house from 10 years ago. The birthday cake is on the dining room table. Maya continues, her voice dreamy and peaceful. Vanilla with strawberry frosting. 7 candles flickering in the afternoon light coming through the window. I can even remember the exact position of each present on the side table. When Maya opens her eyes, Alex is staring at her with a mixture of awe and concern. Maya, that's not normal. That level of detail. Have you ever told anyone else about this? Maya shakes her head. Just you. I thought everyone remembered things this way until I was about 12. That's when I realized I was different. The peaceful moment is interrupted by a soft chiming sound from Maya's computer. An email notification has appeared on her screen. The sender's address is simply nexus.corp, with no other identification. Maya clicks on the message, and both friends lean in to read it. The text is short but intriguing. Maya Chen, we know about your unique abilities. Your memory mapping project has caught our attention. We have a proposition that could change your life. If you're interested in exploring the true potential of your gift, meet us tomorrow at Riverside Park, near the old oak tree. Come alone. This is an opportunity you won't want to miss. Alex frowns. Maya, this sounds sketchy. How do they even know about your project? And how do they know about your memory thing? Maya stares at the screen, her mind racing. I don't know, but Alex, what if this is my chance? What if there are others like me? What if I'm not alone in this? The computer lab falls silent except for the gentle humming of the machines. Outside, the city sleeps peacefully, unaware that Maya Chen's life is about to change forever. Alex places a protective hand on Maya's shoulder. If you're going to this meeting, I'm coming with you. I don't care what the email says about coming alone. Maya nods, grateful for her friend's loyalty. We'll figure this out together. But first, let me save this work. Something tells me I'm going to need it. As Maya saves her files, neither she nor Alex notice the small red light blinking on the security camera in the corner of the room. Miles away in a sleek corporate office, Alina Voss watches the computer lab feed with great interest. Phase 1 is complete, Dr. Voss says to the empty office, her voice cool and calculated. The girl has taken the bait. Soon, we'll have everything we need. The scene fades to black as Maya and Alex gather their things, preparing to leave the computer lab. Tomorrow will bring answers, but it will also bring dangers they never imagined. The morning sun filters through the leaves of the old oak tree at Riverside Park, creating dancing patterns of light and shadow on the grass below. Maya and Alex arrive early, both nervous but trying to appear calm. The park is peaceful at this hour, with only a few joggers and dog walkers in the distance. Maya sits on the park bench, her laptop bag beside her, while Alex stands nearby, scanning the area with protective vigilance. The gentle sound of the river flowing past creates a soothing background to their quiet conversation. Are you sure about this? Alex asks for the third time, his voice low and concerned. Maya takes a deep breath, inhaling the fresh morning air mixed with the scent of dew on grass. I need to know, Alex. If there's a chance to understand what's happening to me, I have to take it. At exactly 10 o'clock, a sleek black sedan pulls into the parking area. The car moves silently, its tinted windows revealing nothing about who's inside. Maya and Alex watch as two figures emerge from the vehicle. The first is Dr. Elena Voss, her platinum blonde hair gleaming in the sunlight, wearing an impeccable navy blue suit that probably costs more than most people's monthly rent. She walks with confident, measured steps across the grass, her heels clicking softly with each movement. Behind her follows Marcus Stone, dressed in dark, tactical clothing that seems somehow both casual and intimidating. His eyes constantly scan the surroundings, and Maya notices the subtle bulge of various devices concealed in his jacket. Maya Chen, Dr. Voss says as she approaches, her voice smooth and professionally warm. Thank you for coming. I'm Dr. Elena Voss, and this is my associate, Marcus Stone. Alex steps slightly forward, positioning himself between Maya and the newcomers. The email said to come alone. Dr. Voss smiles, but it doesn't quite reach her eyes. And yet here you are, Alex Rivera. Computer science major, rock climbing enthusiast, and Maya's most loyal friend. We know quite a bit about both of you. Maya feels a chill despite the warm morning air. How do you know so much about us? Because, my dear, you're quite remarkable. Dr. Voss explains, settling gracefully onto the bench beside Maya. Your memory mapping project is just the beginning. What you can do with your mind. It's extraordinary. Marcus remains standing, his position allowing him to watch all approaches to their location. His presence is both protective and slightly threatening, though Maya can't quite decide which sensation is stronger. Dr. Voss opens a slim tablet and shows Maya a series of brain scans. These are neurological imaging results from individuals with enhanced memory capabilities. Notice the unusual activity in the hippocampus and the unique neural pathway formations. Maya leans in to examine the scans, her scientific curiosity overriding her caution. I've never seen patterns like these. The neural connections are so much more complex than normal brain activity. Exactly, Dr. Voss says, her voice taking on an excited edge. Maya, you represent the next step in human cognitive evolution. Your ability to navigate memory as physical space, to create perfect mental maps of experiences. It's unprecedented. Alex crosses his arms skeptically. What do you want from her? Dr. Voss closes the tablet and looks directly at Maya. I want to offer you something incredible. Nexus Corporation has been researching enhanced human cognition for years. We have facilities, resources, and most importantly, we mothers like you. Maya's eyes widen. Others, There are other people who see memories the way I do. Not exactly the same, Dr. Voss admits, but similarly enhanced abilities. Memory palace construction, perfect recall, information processing at superhuman speeds. Maya, you could be part of something revolutionary. The park around them continues its peaceful morning rhythm. A jogger passes by, nodding politely, completely unaware of the momentous conversation taking place beneath the old oak tree. Maya's mind races, creating new mental pathways as she processes this information. In her memory palace, she's constructing a new room dedicated to this conversation, filing away every detail of Dr. Voss's appearance, Marcus's positioning, even the exact way the sunlight falls across the bench. What would you want me to do? Maya asks carefully. Dr. Voss's smile becomes more genuine. Continue your research, but with unlimited resources. Work with the brightest minds in neuroscience and cognitive psychology. Help us understand how enhanced memory works, and in return, we'll help you understand yourself. Marcus speaks for the first time, his voice deep and measured. The program is completely voluntary. You would maintain your freedom while having access to cutting-edge facilities and research. Alex looks unconvinced. This sounds too good to be true. What's the catch? Voss stands, brushing an invisible speck of dust from her suit. No catch, Mr. Rivera. Simply an opportunity for Maya to reach her full potential. Of course, the research would need to remain confidential. Corporate espionage is a real concern in our field. Maya feels torn between excitement and caution. Can I think about it? Of course, Dr. Voss says, handing Maya an elegant business card. Take all the time you need. But Maya, opportunities like this don't come along often. Your gift is rare, and there are others who might not have your best interests at heart. As if on cue, Marcus's phone buzzes quietly. He glances at it, then whispers something to Dr. Voss that Maya can't quite hear. Dr. Voss's expression changes slightly, becoming more urgent. Maya, I need to be direct with you. Your memory mapping project has attracted attention from other parties. Not everyone who's interested in your abilities has good intentions. Maya feels a flutter of fear in her stomach. What do you mean? There are government agencies, foreign corporations, even criminal organizations that would love to exploit someone with your capabilities. Nexus Corporation can offer you protection as well as opportunity. Alex steps closer to Maya. Are you saying she's in danger? Marcus nods grimly. Potentially, yes. Enhanced cognitive abilities like Maya's are incredibly valuable. In the wrong hands, they could be used for everything from corporate espionage to national security breaches. The peaceful morning suddenly feels charged with tension. Maya looks around the park, wondering if they're being watched even now. Dr. Voss places a gentle hand on Maya's shoulder. We're not trying to frighten you, dear. We simply want you to understand the reality of your situation. With Nexus, you'd have our full protection and resources. Without us. She lets the sentence hang in the air. Maya's memory palace is working overtime now, creating detailed maps of this conversation, filing away every nuance and implication. She can feel the weight of the decision before her. I need to discuss this with my family, Maya says finally. Dr. Voss nods approvingly. Of course, family is important. But remember, the fewer people who know about your abilities, the safer you'll be. Call the number on my card when you've decided. As Dr. Voss and Marcus walk back toward their sedan, Alex turns to Maya with concern written across his face. Maya, I don't trust them. This whole thing feels like a trap. Maya watches the black car disappear into traffic. Maybe. But Alex, what if they're right? What if I really am in danger? And what if working with them is the only way to understand what's happening to me? The old oak tree creaks softly in the morning breeze, its leaves rustling with secrets. Maya and Alex sit in contemplative silence, both knowing that whatever decision Maya makes will change everything. In her memory palace, Maya creates a new wing dedicated to this morning's revelations. The rooms are filled with questions, possibilities, and the growing awareness that her quiet life is about to become much more complicated. 3 days have passed since the meeting in the park, and Maya hasn't been able to concentrate on anything else. She's been researching Nexus Corporation online, but finds surprisingly little concrete information. Their website is polished but vague, mentioning cognitive enhancement research and human potential optimization without providing real details. It's another late night in the computer lab. Maya sits surrounded by empty coffee cups and scattered notes, her laptop displaying multiple browser windows filled with search results. The familiar quiet of the building after hours usually calms her, but tonight she feels restless and uncertain. Alex enters the lab carrying Chinese takeout, the aroma of lo mein and orange chicken filling the sterile air. Any luck finding information about Nexus? Maya shakes her head, rubbing her tired eyes beneath her glasses. It's like they barely exist online. A few press releases about research grants, some academic papers with Dr. Voss as a co-author, but nothing substantial about what they actually do. As Maya reaches for her chopsticks, her computer chimes with another email notification. But this time, the message isn't from Nexus Corporation. The sender is listed simply as a friend. Maya clicks open the email, and both she and Alex lean in to read the brief message. Maya, you're being watched. Nexus Corporation is not what they claim to be. If you want the truth about your abilities and the real danger you're in, come to the abandoned warehouse at 5th and Industrial tonight at 11 p.m. Come alone, but bring Alex. You can trust him. You cannot trust Nexus. Alex frowns at the screen. Okay, this is getting seriously weird. First Nexus contacts you out of nowhere, now mysterious emails from anonymous friends. Maya, maybe we should talk to your parents, or the police, or someone. Maya stares at the message, her mind creating new pathways in her memory palace. Something about the email feels different from Dr. Voss's polished communication. This message feels urgent, almost desperate. Alex, what if this person is right? What if Nexus isn't trying to help me? Before Alex can answer, Maya's laptop screen flickers. For just a moment, the display shows what looks like a surveillance camera feed of the very computer lab they're sitting in. Maya and Alex can see themselves on the screen, sitting at the computer, looking shocked. Then the screen returns to normal, showing only Maya's desktop. Alex jumps up from his chair. Did you see that? Someone is watching us right now. Maya's heart pounds, but her analytical mind is still working. Alex. That feed looked professional. High quality, multiple angles. This isn't some random hacker. She quickly saves her work and shuts down the laptop. We need to get out of here. If someone is monitoring us this closely, then staying here isn't safe. They gather their things quickly and quietly, moving through the empty school hallways with careful steps. Every shadow seems threatening now, every sound potentially dangerous. 20 minutes later, they're driving through the city in Alex's old Honda Civic, taking a deliberately roundabout route to avoid being followed. The radio plays soft music, but neither of them is really listening. Maya, I don't like this, Alex says as he navigates through the industrial district. Meeting unknown people in abandoned warehouses is exactly how people get hurt in movies. Maya checks her phone's GPS. We're almost there. Alex, whatever my abilities are, they're clearly more important than I realized. If there's someone out there who can give us real answers, we have to take the risk. The warehouse district is largely deserted at this hour. Streetlights cast long shadows between the buildings, creating an atmosphere that's both eerie and somehow peaceful. Alex parks the car a block away from the specified address. The abandoned warehouse looms before them, its broken windows like dark eyes staring out into the night. But as they approach, they notice a soft light coming from inside, and the sound of quiet voices. Together, Alex nods. Together, they push open the heavy door, which creaks loudly despite their efforts to be quiet. Inside, the warehouse has been transformed into what looks like a high-tech operations center. Computer equipment fills several tables, multiple monitors display scrolling data, and sophisticated-looking communications gear hums quietly in the corners. 3 people turn to greet them. The first is a woman in her 30s with short red hair and intense green eyes, wearing practical dark clothing. The second is a teenager who looks about Maya's age, with long black hair in braids and paint-stained fingers. The third is a man in his 40s with graying hair and kind eyes behind wire-rimmed glasses. The red-haired woman steps forward. Maya, Alex, thank you for coming. I'm Sarah Martinez, former Nexus Corporation researcher. This is Zoe Park. She indicates the teenager. And Dr. James Wheeler, former head of Nexus's Cognitive Research Division. Dr. Wheeler smiles warmly. Maya, we've been looking for you for months. When we learned that Nexus had made contact, we knew we had to reach out. The Zoe bounces slightly on her feet, clearly excited. Maya, Sarah told me about your memory palace ability. That's so cool. I have something similar, but I see memories as paintings instead of places. Maya looks around the makeshift operations center, impressed despite her caution. What is all this? Who are you people? Sarah gestures for them to sit on some folding chairs arranged in a circle. We're former Nexus employees who discovered the truth about what the company really does. Maya, Dr. Voss didn't tell you the whole story about their research. Wheeler pulls up a chair, his expression serious but kind. Maya, Nexus Corporation doesn't just study enhanced cognitive abilities, they harvest them. They find people like you, bring them into their program, and then find ways to extract and replicate their abilities. Alex tenses. Extract them? What does that mean? Sarah's voice is grim. It means they've developed technology that can map, copy, and transfer cognitive enhancements from one person to another. But the process is dangerous for the original subject. Maya feels cold despite the warehouse's stuffiness. Are you saying they want to steal my abilities? Zoe nods enthusiastically, though her expression is serious. I was in their program for 6 months before Sarah helped me escape. They kept doing tests, brain scans, memory exercises. They said it was to help me understand my abilities, but really they were mapping my neural patterns. Dr. Wheeler continues the explanation. The technology works, but it's imperfect. They need multiple subjects with similar abilities to create a complete cognitive enhancement package. Maya, your memory palace ability is incredibly rare. Combined with Zoe's visual memory processing and the abilities of others they've collected, they could create artificial enhanced cognition. Sarah stands and walks to one of the computer monitors. The real goal isn't to help people like you. It's to create enhanced cognitive abilities on demand for military applications, corporate espionage, and whoever can pay Nexus's prices. Maya's memory palace is working frantically now, creating new rooms to store all this information, connecting pathways between Dr. Voss's promises and these new revelations. But if you all worked for Nexus, Alex says suspiciously, how do we know you're telling the truth, Dr.? Wheeler's expression saddens. Because we've seen what happens to the subjects who don't escape in time. Maya, there are people like you who trusted Nexus completely. They're still in the program, but they're not the same people anymore. Sarah returns to the group, carrying a tablet showing brain scan images. The extraction process damages the original neural pathways. Subjects lose their enhanced abilities, but they also lose much more. Memory, personality, sometimes basic cognitive function. The Zoe's cheerful demeanor becomes more subdued.
I got out just in time the other week.
And Sarah says I might not have been able to escape at all. Maya stares at the brain scans, comparing them mentally to the images Dr. Voss showed her in the park. These look completely different from what Dr. Voss showed me. Because those were fake, Sarah explains. Designed to make the program seem beneficial and scientific. Maya, everything Dr. Voss told you was carefully crafted to gain your trust. The warehouse falls quiet, except for the humming of the electronic equipment. Maya's mind races through her memory palace, reviewing every detail of her conversation with Dr. Voss, looking for signs she might have missed. Alex breaks the silence. So what do we do now? If Nexus is as dangerous as you say, Maya can't just go home and pretend this never happened. Sarah nods. That's why we contacted you, Maya. You have a choice to make. You can disappear, change your identity, and hope Nexus never finds you. Or you can help us shut them down. Dr. Wheeler leans forward. Maya, your abilities combined with our knowledge of Nexus's operations could expose their entire program. But it would be dangerous, Doctor. Voss doesn't give up easily. Zoe grins despite the serious situation. Plus, it would be pretty amazing to work with other people who have enhanced abilities. We could figure out so much about how our minds work. Maya looks around at these 3 strangers who claim to want to help her. In her memory palace, she creates a new decision room, weighing the options before her. Trust Sarah's group and fight back against Nexus, risking everything but potentially saving others like herself, or run away and spend her life looking over her shoulder, never knowing if she's truly safe. If I help you, Maya says slowly, what exactly would that involve? Sarah smiles for the first time since they've arrived. It would involve using your memory palace ability to help us infiltrate Nexus's main facility. Maya, we need someone who can navigate complex spaces perfectly, remember every detail, and create mental maps of secure locations. Basically, Zoe adds with growing excitement, We need you to be our inside agent. Maya Chen, Memory Palace spy. Maya feels a mixture of fear and exhilaration. Her quiet life of coding and computer labs is about to become something she never imagined. Alex reaches over and takes her hand. Whatever you decide, I'm with you. Maya looks around the warehouse one more time, then nods firmly. Tell me what we need to do. 1 week later, Maya stands in front of a bathroom mirror in a downtown hotel, adjusting her appearance for the most dangerous performance of her life. She's wearing a professional-looking blazer over dark jeans, her hair styled differently than usual, and she's practicing the confident expression Sarah taught her. Remember, Sarah's voice comes through the small earpiece Maya is wearing. You're supposed to be excited about joining Nexus. You've thought it over and decided their offer is too good to pass up. Maya takes a deep breath, reviewing the plan one more time in her memory palace. She's created an entire wing dedicated to today's mission, with detailed maps of Nexus Corporation's headquarters building, escape routes, and contingency plans. The Nexus building is a gleaming glass tower in the business district, 43 floors of steel, and ambition reaching toward the cloudy afternoon sky. Maya approaches the main entrance, her heart pounding but her expression carefully controlled. Dr. Voss is waiting in the lobby, looking as polished and professional as ever. Maya, I'm so pleased you decided to join us. I knew you'd make the right choice. As they ride the elevator to the 30th floor, Dr. Voss explains the day's schedule. We'll start with a tour of our main research facilities, then some preliminary testing to establish your baseline cognitive measurements. Nothing invasive, just standard evaluations. Maya nods enthusiastically while silently creating a mental map of the building's layout. The elevator walls are mirrored, giving her perfect views of the button panel and floor indicators. In her memory palace, she's already constructed a detailed model of the building's elevator system. The research floor is impressive, filled with advanced computer equipment, brain imaging machines, and comfortable-looking testing rooms with large windows overlooking the city. Maya counts approximately 20 researchers and technicians working at various stations. This is where the magic happens, Dr. Voss says with obvious pride. Maya, you'll be working with the brightest minds in cognitive science. As they walk through the facility, Maya memorizes every detail. Door locations, security camera positions, the location of each computer terminal, even the positions of chairs and tables. Her memory palace grows more detailed with each step. Dr. Voss introduces Maya to several researchers, each of whom seems genuinely excited to meet her. Maya realizes that most of these people probably don't know the true purpose of Nexus's research. They seem to believe they're doing legitimate scientific work. Dr. Voss, Maya says as they enter a testing room, I'm curious about the other enhanced individuals you mentioned. Will I get to meet them? Voss pauses slightly before answering. Of course, dear. Our other subjects are in different phases of the program right now, but you'll meet them soon. Maya notices the word choice. Subjects, not participants or researchers. In her memory palace, she files this detail in the danger signals room. The testing begins with what appears to be standard cognitive assessments. Maya completes pattern recognition tasks, memory tests, and spatial reasoning problems while various machines monitor her brain activity. She performs well, but not so exceptionally that it might seem suspicious. Remarkable, says Dr. Harrison, the lead researcher conducting the tests. Maya, your spatial memory scores are literally off the charts. The way you process and retain three-dimensional information is unprecedented. During a break between tests, Maya excuses herself to use the bathroom. Instead, she quickly explores the areas of the building she hasn't seen yet. Her memory palace guides her through the corridors as she mentally maps each new section. She discovers a restricted access area on the 31st floor, marked with serious-looking security warnings. Through a small window in a door, she glimpses what appears to be a medical facility with several occupied beds. Maya's heart sinks as she realizes these might be the other subjects Dr. Voss mentioned. Maya. Marcus Stone's voice comes from behind her, causing her to jump. Oh, hi, Marcus, Maya says, trying to sound casual. I was looking for the bathroom and got a bit lost. This building is so big. Marcus studies her carefully. The bathroom is back the other way. Voss is ready to continue your tests. As Marcus escorts her back to the testing area, Maya memorizes every detail of their route. In her memory palace, she marks the restricted area as high priority for future investigation. The afternoon continues with more sophisticated tests. Maya demonstrates her memory palace ability by perfectly recalling and describing complex three-dimensional structures after viewing them for only seconds. The researchers are clearly amazed, but Maya notices Dr. Voss taking detailed notes about her specific techniques. Maya, Dr. Voss says as the testing session concludes, "We'd like you to stay overnight in our residential facility. It would allow us to monitor your sleep patterns and dream states, which could provide valuable insights into how your memory processing works." Maya's internal alarm bells go off, but she maintains her enthusiastic facade. "That sounds fascinating. I'd love to participate." The residential facility is on the 28th floor, designed to look like a luxury hotel, but clearly built for containment as much as comfort. Maya notices that the windows don't open, the doors require key-card access, and there are security cameras everywhere. Her assigned room is pleasant enough, with a comfortable bed, a desk, and a small bathroom. But Maya immediately begins planning her real mission for tonight. Once the facility is quiet, she needs to explore that restricted area and find out what's really happening to Nexus's other subjects. At 10 p.m., Maya lies in bed with the lights off, waiting for the building to settle into its nighttime routine. Through her earpiece, she can hear Sarah and the others monitoring from their warehouse base. "Maya, are you ready?" Sarah's voice is barely audible. Maya whispers back, "Ready." Beginning phase 2 now. She slips out of bed and approaches the door to her room. Thanks to her afternoon exploration, she knows exactly which route to take to avoid the security cameras. Her memory palace guides her through the building like a three-dimensional GPS system. The corridors are dimly lit and eerily quiet. Maya moves silently, her soft-soled shoes making no sound on the polished floors. Every few steps, she pauses to listen for any signs of security patrols. Reaching the restricted area on the 31st floor, Maya faces her biggest challenge. The door requires a key card, and there's a security camera directly overhead. But during her afternoon reconnaissance, she noticed that the camera has a blind spot near the right wall. Maya presses herself against the wall and carefully examines the door's locking mechanism. It's sophisticated but not impossible. Using techniques Alex taught her from his hobby lockpicking, Maya works carefully at the electronic lock. After several tense minutes, the lock clicks open. Maya slips inside the restricted area, her heart pounding with nervous energy. What she finds is worse than she imagined. The medical facility contains 8 beds, 6 of which are occupied. The patients appear to be sleeping, but Maya notices the complex monitoring equipment attached to each person. These aren't research subjects undergoing voluntary testing. They look like prisoners being held against their will. Maya approaches the nearest bed and recognizes the person lying there. It's a young man, probably in his early 20s, with electrodes attached to his head and an IV line in his arm. His chart identifies him as Subject 7, with enhanced mathematical processing abilities. "Oh my God!" Maya whispers, documenting everything she sees in her memory palace with perfect detail. Moving between the beds, Maya realizes these are all people like her. Enhanced individuals who trusted Nexus Corporation and are now being held while their abilities are studied and replicated. At the far end of the room, Maya discovers a computer terminal that's still logged in. The screen shows detailed brain scans and something called Cognitive Extraction Protocol Phase 3. Maya quickly memorizes the data displayed, adding it to her growing mental database of evidence. "Maya, you need to get out of there." Sarah's voice crackles through the earpiece. "Security patrol is heading your way." Maya quickly exits the restricted area, carefully relocking the door behind her. She navigates back through the building using her memory palace map, avoiding the security patrol by seconds. Safe back in her room, Maya lies in bed with her eyes closed, but her mind is working frantically. In her memory palace, she's organizing all the evidence she's gathered, preparing to share it with Sarah's team. "Sarah, I've seen enough," Maya whispers into her earpiece. "There are 6 people being held here against their will. They're unconscious, hooked up to machines. This isn't research." Sarah's voice is grim through the tiny speaker. "We suspected as much." "Maya, can you get out of there tonight?" Maya considers her options, reviewing the building's layout in her memory palace. Not without raising suspicions. If I disappear now, they'll know I was snooping around. I need to stay until morning and act normal. Be careful. Dr. Wheeler's voice joins the conversation. If they suspect you know the truth, you could end up like those other subjects. Maya spends the rest of the night awake, organizing the evidence in her memory palace while maintaining the pretense of sleep. Every detail of the restricted facility is catalogued perfectly, ready to be shared with the authorities once she escapes. Morning comes slowly. Maya forces herself to appear refreshed and enthusiastic when Dr. Voss arrives with breakfast and a cheerful smile. How did you sleep, dear? Any interesting dreams? Sometimes enhanced memory individuals have particularly vivid dream experiences. Maya maintains her cover perfectly. I slept wonderfully. I'm excited for today's tests. But as the morning progresses, Maya notices subtle changes in how the staff treats her. Marcus seems to be watching her more carefully, and Dr. Voss asks increasingly specific questions about her nighttime routine. During a break in testing, Maya overhears a troubling conversation between two researchers. The security footage from last night shows some anomalies. One says quietly, nothing definitive, but Dr. Voss wants to accelerate the timeline. Maya's blood runs cold. They suspect something, which means her window for escape is closing rapidly. As lunchtime approaches, Maya excuses herself again for the bathroom. But this time she's heading for a real exit. Using her memory palace map, she navigates toward the building's emergency stairwell, hoping to reach the ground floor undetected. But as she rounds a corner, she comes face to face with Marcus Stone. Going somewhere, Maya? His voice is no longer friendly. Maya's mind races. I was looking for Dr. Voss. I had some questions about this afternoon's tests. The Marcus doesn't believe her. I think you should come with me, Maya. Voss would like to have a more detailed conversation with you. Maya realizes her cover is blown. In her memory palace, she quickly reviews all possible escape routes. But Marcus is blocking the most direct path to safety. Actually, Maya says, trying to buy time, I think I'll go back to the testing room. But as she turns around, she finds two more security guards waiting behind her. Maya is trapped, and she knows that her mission to expose Nexus Corporation has just become a fight for her own survival. Maya sits in a sterile white room with no windows, her hands cuffed to a metal chair. The cheerful pretense is completely gone now. Voss paces in front of her like a predator, her perfect composure replaced by cold fury. Did you really think we wouldn't notice, Maya? Our security systems are far more sophisticated than a 17-year-old girl can outsmart. Maya keeps her expression neutral, but inside her memory palace, she's working frantically. She's creating new pathways, organizing escape plans, and most importantly, preparing to transmit everything she's learned to Sarah's team. I don't know what you're talking about, Maya says calmly. I was just exploring the building, Dr. Voss laughs, but there's no humor in it. Maya, we have footage of you entering the restricted area. We know you saw our other subjects. The question now is, what are we going to do about it? Marcus enters the room carrying Maya's phone and the small earpiece she'd been using to communicate with Sarah's team. Found these in her room. She's been in contact with someone the whole time. Maya's heart sinks, but she doesn't let her disappointment show. Those could belong to anyone. Dr. Voss holds up the earpiece. This is military-grade communication equipment, Maya. Very expensive, very sophisticated. Your friends have impressive resources. She settles into a chair across from Maya, her blue eyes studying her captive with scientific interest. Here's what's going to happen. You're going to tell us everything about Sarah Martinez and her little rebellion. In exchange, your transition into our program will be relatively comfortable. Maya shakes her head. I'm not telling you anything. Oh, but you will, Voss says with disturbing confidence. Maya, do you remember me mentioning that we can extract cognitive abilities? Well, we can also extract memories. Every single one of them. Dr. Harrison enters the room wheeling a cart of medical equipment. The memory extraction apparatus is ready. Voss. Maya stares at the machine with growing fear. It looks like a combination of brain scanner and surgical equipment, all gleaming metal and ominous tubes. This is your last chance to cooperate voluntarily, Dr. Voss says. Tell us about Sarah's operation, and we'll make sure your extraction process is painless. Maya thinks about the 6 unconscious people she saw in the medical facility, their minds being harvested while they lay helpless. She thinks about Zoe's cheerful bravery, Sarah's determination to stop Nexus, and Dr. Wheeler's kindness. Maya says firmly, "I'm not telling you anything." Dr. Voss nods to Dr. Harrison, who begins preparing the extraction equipment. "Very well. Marcus, please escort Maya to the extraction chamber." As Marcus unlocks her handcuffs, Maya makes a desperate decision. Instead of trying to physically escape, she's going to use the one weapon Nexus Corporation can't take away from her memory palace itself. Maya closes her eyes and dives deeper into her mental construct than she's ever gone before. In her memory palace, she's not just walking through rooms of stored experiences. She's actively constructing new spaces, new connections, new possibilities. She creates a communication room where she can somehow reach out to Sarah's team. She builds defense mechanisms to protect her most important memories. And most crucially, she constructs a detailed map of everything she's learned about Nexus Corporation, encoded in a way that only she can access. "Maya, open your eyes," Dr. Voss commands. But Maya is too deep in her memory palace to hear clearly. She's discovered something incredible about her abilities. The mental construct isn't just for storage and navigation. It's an active, living system that can interface with external technology. Somehow, Maya's enhanced neural patterns are connecting with the building's electronic systems. She can sense the security cameras, the computer networks, even the communication systems. Her memory palace is expanding beyond her own mind. Dr. Harrison approaches with the extraction helmet. Dr. Voss, her neural readings are extraordinary. "I've never seen patterns like this." Maya opens her eyes. But now she's seeing more than just the physical room. Overlaid on her normal vision are streams of data from the building's systems. She can see the security feeds, access computer terminals, even control the electronic locks. "What's happening to her?" Marcus asks, stepping back as sparks begin emanating from nearby electronic equipment. Maya smiles for the first time since her capture. "I'm learning what I'm really capable of." With a thought, Maya triggers every fire alarm in the building. Emergency lighting floods the extraction room as evacuation announcements echo through the halls. Then she unlocks every electronic door in the facility, including the ones keeping the other subjects sedated and imprisoned. "Stop her!" Dr. Voss shouts, but Maya is already in motion. She stands from the chair, her handcuffs somehow unlocked, and walks calmly toward the door. When Marcus tries to block her path, Maya simply looks at him and says, "Move." Something in her voice, or perhaps the way the lights flicker when she speaks, makes Marcus step aside. Maya walks through the chaos-filled corridors of Nexus Corporation like she owns the building. Her expanded memory palace now encompasses the entire structure, and she can navigate it perfectly even with alarms blaring and people running in panic. She reaches the medical facility where the other subjects are finally waking up after weeks or months of unconsciousness. Maya helps them disconnect from the monitoring equipment, speaking softly to reassure them. "It's okay," she tells a confused-looking young woman. "You're safe now." "We're getting out of here." Zoe's voice suddenly crackles through the building's intercom system. "Maya, can you hear me?" "We're in the building." Sarah hacked their communication system. Maya looks up at a security camera and speaks directly to it, knowing her friends can see and hear her. "Zoe, I'm on the 31st floor with 6 other enhanced individuals. They need medical attention. We're on our way up." Alex's voice joins the conversation. "Maya, the whole building is in chaos." "What did you do?" Maya guides the rescued subjects toward the emergency stairwell, her memory palace showing her the safest route through the panicking building. "I figured out what my abilities really are, Alex. I'm not just creating memory palaces. I'm creating neural networks that can interface with any system." As they reach the stairwell, Sarah and her team appear, along with several people Maya doesn't recognize but who are clearly there to help. "Maya," Sarah says with admiration, "you've just liberated 6 people and shut down Nexus Corporation's entire operation. The authorities are already on their way." Wheeler helps support one of the weaker rescued subjects. "Maya, your neural expansion event triggered something we've never seen before. You've connected your memory palace to external systems. It's revolutionary." As they descend the stairs together, Maya can hear Dr. Voss's voice echoing angrily through the building's intercom system. "This isn't over, Maya Chen. Your abilities are too valuable to simply walk away." But Maya isn't worried anymore. She has allies now, people who understand her abilities and want to help her use them responsibly. More importantly, she's learned that her memory palace isn't just a tool for storing and organizing information. It's a bridge between human consciousness and the digital world. Outside the Nexus building, ambulances are already arriving for the rescued subjects. Police cars surround the structure, and Maya can see Dr. Voss and Marcus being led away in handcuffs through the building's windows. Alex puts his arm around Maya's shoulders. So what happens now? Maya looks up at the Nexus tower one last time, then turns to face her friends. In her memory palace, she's already constructing new rooms. New possibilities, new adventures. Now we help the other enhanced individuals recover, Maya says thoughtfully. And we make sure that what happened here never happens to anyone else. The Zoe bounces excitedly beside them. Plus, we get to figure out how your expanded abilities work. Maya, you could revolutionize the relationship between human consciousness and technology. Sarah nods approvingly. But we do it ethically, with full consent and transparency. No more secret experiments or corporate exploitation. As the group walks away from the Nexus building, Maya feels a sense of completion. Her quiet life of coding and computer labs has transformed into something far more significant. She's not just a student with unusual abilities anymore. She's a guardian of enhanced human potential, someone who can bridge the gap between minds and machines. In her memory palace, Maya creates a new wing dedicated to the future. The rooms are bright and full of possibility, connected by pathways that lead not just through her own mind, but out into the vast network of human knowledge and digital potential. The city lights twinkle around them as they disappear into the night, ready to build a better future for people with extraordinary abilities. Maya Chen, the quiet girl with the memory palace, has become something far more powerful, a protector of enhanced minds and a bridge to the future of human consciousness. Behind them, the Nexus building stands empty and defeated, its dark secrets finally exposed to the light, and in Maya's expanded memory palace, every detail of their victory is preserved perfectly, ready to guide them toward whatever challenges and adventures await.